mantra movers, welcome to how I meal prep once a week without cooking. No pots or pans involved. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to maximize your groceries so you're not wasting anything. After all, they are too expensive these days to waste. Then I'm going to teach you why you should steal my grocery list, since I am intentional with my nutrients and my macros in everything that I eat. And then I'm going to teach you creative ways to mix and match your meal prep. If you're not one of them girlies that can eat the same meal 7 days in a row, I got you, no worries. Let's get into it. Step 1 is going to be meal prepping all of our fruit. So I start by washing all of my fruits and vegetables in a solution of baking soda, white vinegar, and water. The fruit is going to soak in this solution, and then I'll do a double wash to make sure I get all of that vinegar and baking soda out the way down the drain. I'm going to do the same thing with the bell peppers, lemons, limes, ginger, and the green onion, which we'll be working with later. Our groceries go through so much before they get to our mouths, so it's very important that we take the time to clean them thoroughly and make sure they're ready to be digested. Now, this is where all the meal prep magic happens. These are the containers that we're going to be using to house all of our beautiful produce, and I actually have them linked in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. Now, we did have to turn the oven on, y'all, just for a moment. And this is not cooking because I just threw these things in there untouched. We'll come back to them in a little bit later, okay? Now, as those are roasting in the oven, we are going to prep our berries. Berries are something that I buy every single week, y'all. They stay in my fridge. And the reason being because they are high in fiber, especially my favorite berries, which are raspberries. With those seeds, blackberries as well are super high in fiber. They're also loaded with vitamin C, which is going to keep me well. And they promote brain, heart, and skin health. Berries are also super versatile, right? Because we could put them in smoothies, but we can also top them on our oatmeal. We can put them in some yogurt. Or we could just have them as a snack by themselves. So I really enjoy chopping up and washing and preparing as many as possible because they're great grab and go options, but also great topping options to complete my breakfast, snacks, etc. Moving on, bell pepper. Bell pepper is beautiful just to crunch on, to dip in hummus, to dice for some pastas or some soups or some stir fries. So again, another very versatile vegetable. And as we go along, you'll catch my drift here. We are not cooking because we're meal prepping everything for the entire week so that when it's time to cook, there's absolutely no prep involved. Now, did you know that bell peppers actually have double the vitamin C of an orange? Like, that's crazy. And they also are a great source of B vitamins, and they help fight heart disease and cancerous cells. So they're a great addition to any meal because of all these health benefits, but also because of the versatility that we just mentioned. Now let's move on to our citrus fruits. Citrus fruits are my go-to for infused water. I typically put a lemon, lime, or both in my water on a daily basis if I can because they're natural cleansers for your organs. They reduce inflammation and they also have anti-cancerous antioxidants in them. I also will squeeze some lemon or lime juice into my smoothies to add a little bit of tang or to preserve fresh juices if I'm making fresh juices. Also, you can have a little lemon ginger situation. So you got your lemon already washed and prepped to make some lemon ginger chicken or some lemon ginger salmon. Lime is also really good in curries or in curried lentils. So you can take that and have it ready to be squeezed into some lentil soup. So these are just some options for using your citrus fruits throughout the week. I also peel some oranges, which are great for juicing as well, but also, again, a grab and go snack or a grab and go for infused water. So these are all of my citrus fruits. Next up, we're going to do our veggies. So first, I'm chopping up my onions. I'm using green onion and white onion this week, but you all know there's so many different varieties of onion. Purple onion, sweet onion, yellow onion. And I honestly invite y'all, I challenge you all to try out different types of onions from week to week because this can spice up the variety in your meal prepping. So, onions are beautiful immunity boosters. You can actually take a shot of onion juice to clear up some stuff. Rich in vitamin K, which is good for your bones and then also helps with lowering blood sugar levels and managing diabetes as well. So I honestly use onions at the start of every savory meal. Your possibilities are endless. Please use onions in everything. Moving on to our leafy greens. I do not like spinach, so you are going to catch me with kale. But all of this applies to spinach, arugula, etc. Rich in fiber, rich in calcium, rich in vitamin A, K, and G. And I like to use my greens mostly in the fresh variety, but there are some ways to cook them and be delicious as well. A pro tip for you all is to pre-wash your leafy greens, pat them dry with a paper towel, and then line their storage container with a paper towel as you see here in order to prevent them from wilting prematurely, help them last a lot longer in the fridge, y'all. It'll soak up that excess moisture and give them a much longer shelf life. Shout out to my grandma for that pro tip. I hope it helps you. And if you're absolutely bored with salads, here are some of my favorite ways that you can use your leafy greens throughout the week besides just a salad or to spice up your salad. And now we're back at the oven. Look how delicious and toasty our coconut flakes are. Here are some of the reasons why I absolutely love coconut. Not only does coconut have lots of healthy fats and antibacterial properties, but look at all the different ways I can use this throughout my week to spice up my choices. So now we're moving on to the squash. Squash is a great source of calcium, magnesium, and potassium. It helps you get your fiber intake up. And to be honest, y'all, I just really love squash because it's such comfort food. I know squash is typically a fall food, but you will catch me eating squash during the other seasons because it's just so creamy and filling and truly a decadent addition of vegetables. So I'm truly a fan. Next up, herbs and spices, aka vegetables 2.0. Garlic and ginger are technically root vegetables, but these are beautiful additions to any part of your lunch or dinner or breakfast if you want to add some ginger to a breakfast protein smoothie, for example. And they're antifungal, anti-inflammatory, and just flat out delicious, right? Like, who doesn't like a kick of ginger or that delectable, unmatched flavor of garlic? And also, we got our basil out there. Shout out to her. And last but certainly not least, our protein. I am using lemon, lime, and vinegar to wash off the chicken and then dicing it up into bite-sized pieces. Protein is so important, y'all. I usually bounce around between chicken, salmon, and chickpeas as my weekly protein. I'll make a whole bunch for the week and season it mildly. I know that doesn't really look like mild seasoning, but I like a lot of flavor. Season it in a way that may not be mild, but versatile to use on a salad topping or to put into a pasta or to put into a rice bowl, and I can adapt it based on which I'm making. Okay, so protein is important because it helps you to stay full longer. It helps you with those skin and hair gains. That hair growth is not just about the conditioner or the oils you put on your hair. It's also about the protein you're intaking. And then also, of course, the fitness goals. We can't see the fitness gains without protein. So this was a ginger garlic basil chicken that I made. And although very specific in flavor, it still was versatile to put on different things. Now look at this. Look at all this beauty. Now I have successfully washed, chopped, seasoned, prepped, everything I need for the week, and it's ready to grab and go into whatever meal I choose, cutting my meal prep time throughout the week, literally in half or more. Here's a little sample of how you can use all of your meal prepped items throughout the week. Monday, we can make a little stir fry situation with our chicken and the veggies. Tuesday, we could do a salad, having that kale as our base and maybe add some fresh berries to it. Wednesday, we could do a loaded baked sweet potato, putting some peppers and chicken and tomatoes on top. I have a recipe for that coming soon. Thursday, we can do a quinoa bowl. And Friday, we can do an omelet for dinner, a breakfast for dinner situation, using some of those onions and peppers and maybe even dicing the chicken a little bit more fine and put it in there in that omelet as well. I hope that this was helpful for you all. I hope that it inspires you to get into the grocery store and get that meal prepping going. Thank you for making some mantra moves with me, making a lifestyle of wellness in small, sustainable ways. If you found this helpful, please do connect with me on social media and donate if you have the space to. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time.